So today I just want to talk about Bikram Yoga. I've been attending Bikram Yoga classes for the last 7 days, and I just finished my last class yesterday. There was a trial period offer going on with the institute, and I just wanted to share with everyone my thoughts about Bikram Yoga, because that's a form of yoga which is not commonly found in India. I know there are a lot of hot yoga institutes, but Bikram Yoga is a completely different pattern, and they practice it in 40 degrees Celsius in a closed room, and it's a little different from the hot yoga classes that are available in India. So since I was here and there was an institute close by, I thought I might as well try. So my thoughts are that initially I met a lot of people who told me that it's really hard and it's very difficult. And yeah, I guess, it is difficult if you're just concentrating on the heat, if you're focusing on the heat, which is actually what ends up happening. It's a class which is difficult just because it's just so hot. I think initially when I went in the first day, I wasn't really prepared for the heat. I knew that it's 40 degrees Celsius. I knew that it's supposed to be really, really hot. It's heat that sort of gets overpowering at times. So I think it's difficult because of the heat. I don't think that the postures that they do, they're very difficult. I think the postures are, I'd say, intermediate level postures. They're not very difficult, but it's just that your focus is on the heat all the time. So that's what makes it really difficult. So the whole time, the whole class, you're just thinking about how to deal with the heat. You're not really thinking about, you're not focusing on the asanas so much. You're just thinking about how to make it through the class without collapsing. And the first class that I went to, I did feel very dizzy. I felt like giving up. I couldn't finish the class, and I told the teacher I'm ready to leave the class. She said, no, just you can go into the shavasana. You can even go to sleep till the end of the class. It was not a very good experience, but since I'd registered for 7 days and I wanted to really give it a good chance, I knew I would come back. I knew I would be back every day of the 7 days because I wanted to give it a good chance. But every day I can honestly say I went in with an open mind. But every day I was just thinking, okay, today is when I'm going to finish the class. I'm going to do every single asana. I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to sip water. So that's one thing. The first day I couldn't complete the class. The second day I was a little happier because I was sitting away from the heaters, and I was able to finish the class because of that, I feel. And then third day, subsequently it went, it was better. I was able to complete every single class. But there were days when I was just too bored because the sequence of asanas is just the same every single time. Every single class you just do the same poses over and over again. So I think there might have been classes where I just got bored and I just didn't feel like finishing it. Yeah, eventually the heat got better, but yes, the class, there was no variation in the class, and it was just very boring. And I wasn't too happy with the amount of sweating so much, just because of the room being hot is not that great of a feeling. It doesn't really make you feel a sense. The next thing I wanted to talk about is that because the focus is on heat, I don't think there's any significant amount of opening up that the body experiences. So I went for 7 days and I don't think there was any significant improvement. Same asanas at the first day from the last day. I think it was just the same. I don't think there was any significant change, or I don't think that my body is any more flexible than it was before. But yes, I feel that there has been inch loss. I wouldn't really say weight loss because I haven't measured my weight, but I do feel that maybe I've lost inches, but I think that may just be water weight. I don't really think I've burned any fat or built any muscle. So that's also something that I'm not really happy about. I mean, there's nothing great about losing water weight. So overall my experience with Bikram Yoga for 7 days, and I was going every day. It's not a form of yoga that was really for me, I feel. I prefer doing something different every day in class. I don't really like that whole focus on the heat. I feel that it took away from the actual asanas, the yoga asanas. So yeah, I would suggest that everyone should try it at least once, because you shouldn't go by what I've said. These are my personal opinions, but for me, I don't think I haven't registered again with them, and I don't think I will. Besides Bikram Yoga,